Good morning, all of you. Welcome back from spring break. We're going to begin our new topic this week. It's called the mole. Mole is not an animal, it's a unit of measurement. But before we go into mole, I want to teach you something called molar mass. So that's what we will see today, calculating molar mass. It's a very, very simple concept. We've so far seen atoms. Atoms have masses, and we've seen that on a periodic table, every element has its mass. So when you make a compound from an element, you will have the mass for the compound, and the element's mass comes from the periodic table. So for today, you will need these things. You will need periodic table, you will need a calculator, you will need something to write with. So let's assume that you have your periodic table handy. If not, I am going to attach a periodic table when I send you the email. So open that up. But I've also had a screenshot of the periodic table here, but that's not really clear. So if you do not have a periodic table handy, I expect you to open up the PDF that I attached with your email today. Okay, so let's begin with the examples. The first example I have here is water, which is H2O. You know that water has 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So now you're going to go look on the periodic table and find the mass of a hydrogen. Now, how many hydrogens do we have here? We have 2 hydrogens. That's why I have the number 2 here. And let's look at the mass of hydrogen. The mass of hydrogen is, if you look closely, it's 1.0. And that's what I have here. So I have 2 times 1.0, which is 2. And then I have 1 oxygen. So it's 1 times the mass of oxygen, which is, let me see if I can actually point out here. Yeah. So the mass of oxygen is 16 grams. And that's what I have here. And then the next step is total mass, where I just add 2 and 16. I get 18.0. The unit for molar mass is grams per mole. So I have G per mol. The next problem that I have here has sodium carbonate. So I have 2 sodiums, 1 carbon, 3 oxygen. So we do the same thing. We go on the periodic table, look up the mass for sodium. I'm going to take the pen and I'm going to circle sodium right here, and it's 23. So it is 2 times 23, and then I have 1 carbon, so which is 1 times 12. Then I have 3 oxygens, which is 3 times 16. I'll go back here and you will see that that's what I have here. Okay, now I add 46 plus 12 plus 48, which gives you 106.0 grams per mole. So the next one, I want you to take a closer look. Before we go on the periodic table, the way I have split it up. Calcium phosphate, I have 3 calciums, which is good because I have 3 right here. Phosphorus, I have a 2 outside. So go back to your math rule. When you have a number outside of parentheses, the number goes to both the elements. So you have 2 phosphorus and you have 4 times 2, 8 oxygen. So you have 2 times 31 phosphorus, 8 times 16 oxygen. So again, go back to the periodic table. Calcium is 40.1, phosphorus is 31, oxygen is 16, and that's how I got it. Okay, then you add all of them together and you end up with 330.1 grams per mole. So on the Google document that I have shared with you, you will have 5 more problems that you will be solving, and you will be doing the same kind of steps. You'll have to write down how many atoms they have. You follow the exact same steps and find the mass. Okay, very simple. You shouldn't have any questions on this, but if you do have questions, you know where to find me. Okay, so I'll be on chat. All right. Have a great day.